The National Park Service turns 110 this week, but a key repair fund for parks like Acadia have expired. According to the National Park Foundation, more than 320 million people visited national parks in 2025. Acadia National Park saw 40 million visitors alone. Right now, our park system is facing challenges when it comes to maintaining and repairing key infrastructure. With the expiration of the National Parks and Public Land Legacy Restoration Fund in September 2025, the National Park Foundation says many more repairs and improvement projects will go unaddressed unless Congress acts and renews this critical funding, especially in Acadia. Millions of dollars were invested to rebuild the park maintenance facility, which created a meeting place for rangers, but also places to store equipment like snowplows.
Millions of dollars have been spent in parks all across Maine, billions across the country. And I will note just this week, Katahdin Woods and Waters celebrated its 10th anniversary as a unit of the National Park Service. So Maine has a lot to offer. And again, we want to make sure through the Legacy Restoration Fund and through private investment that the Park Foundation is able to bring that these places continue to thrive for years and years to come.
Currently in Congress is the America the Beautiful Act, which was introduced by Senators Steve Daines and Angus King. Senator Susan Collins is among its dozens of co-sponsors. The bipartisan bill would reauthorize the program for another 5 years. It still awaits further action on the Senate floor.